be the Mavericks off the tip. Let's take a look at our starters for Atlanta. Joel Embiid is out there with Wembanyama. Then it's Thompson, and it's Eaton in at the center position, locking down the middle. They get it again. Mobley. Embiid with the nice defensive effort. Thompson outside. Pass to Iverson. Back to Thompson. Here's Iverson. Embiid, a screen on Mobley. Iverson can't hit.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play. Dallas shooting their first free throw of the game.
Defensive foul. Allen Iverson. First personal. First team foul. At the line for Dallas, Evan Mobley. Shooting one.
And the future is bright for Mobley. He is a big man who possesses the whole package.
Up top, Embiid. Pass to Thompson. Good. And the assist to Embiid.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Brunson passes to George. Three-pointer, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Iverson. Pass to Embiid. Fires from deep. O'Neal pulls it in. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Mavericks. Now O'Neal. Thompson passes to Iverson. Now Embiid lets the three fly. It doesn't go for him. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle. He talked about how difficult it is to match up against Victor Wembanyama. Coach said the biggest concern is Wemby's defense. His rim protection is game-changing. But he told me that it doesn't mean settling for outside shots. It means ball movement and spacing the floor will be key. Back to you, Brian.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Now here's Brunson. Over Thompson, and that one's good. Brunson.
And you just can't let Brunson get to his spots. I mean, he's an excellent mid-range shooter.
Thompson outside. Gets the three to fall. Thompson's got 5 now.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's Gilmore. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Shot clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And so it's Wembanyama with it. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. And here's Thompson for 3. Yes! And it's Wembanyama picking up the assist. Give him 8.
Let me just say this, Klay Thompson is one of about 10 people in NBA history that you do not want to leave open for a 3. The defense has to make it harder for him out there.
Back to Brunson. That one doesn't drop. Thompson with some nice D. Pass to Embiid. Oh, he elevates for the slam. Jalen Brunson on the receiving end.
Wow, the process. Come on, I want to see that again.
Right side, Brunson. Can they get it? No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so the first quarter is in the books. Atlanta on top, leading by 5. And we'll be back with you shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, We've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for the Hawks guys, what jumps out to you statistically?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
Jalen Brunson is out there with George. Then there's Mobley, and it's O'Neal in at the center position. So that's who Dallas starts the second with.
And though he has a scorer's mindset, Brunson willing to make the next pass.
Here's Thompson after the basket by Dallas. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
George outside. The three. The rebound by Atlanta. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Steps back. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
When Wembanyama has the ball in there, I mean, it's often a bucket, a foul, or both.
The first free throw is good.
Honestly, we have never seen someone like Victor Wembanyama, a skilled 7.5-footer. I mean, the way he moves, it's unreal.
And so he's able to get one of two.
A generational talent. Wembanyama is a big man with guard skill sets. He's as unique of a player we have ever seen.
Now here's George. Yet to see a basket. And here's Brunson from the arc. Joel Embiid with the board.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Pass to Wembanyama, out to the right wing. The Hawks need to get one up here. The three from Thompson. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got 4 rebounds now. George outside. Brunson with it. Now Thompson defending. Back to George. Launches a 3. Rebound Atlanta. 1:56 left in the first half of this game. Iverson passes to Embiid. Oh, Embiid knocking it down from downtown.
That's just not fair. 7-footers like Embiid with that size, they aren't supposed to shoot like that.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Gilmore passes to Brunson. Offline with a 3.
That's how you stay connected to a shooter. Was right in his jersey.
Here's Thompson. And it's Brunson with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 7. Here's O'Neal. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. O'Neal's got 4 points now in the quarter. Iverson passes to Embiid. Now here's Thompson. Nails the wide open jumper. Thompson's got 10 points in the game.
What poise from Thompson, not allowing for any distractions from his shot.
Gilmore passes to Mobley. 46 seconds left in the first half. Clock at 6. Here's George. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Brunson against Thompson. Down low. Eden passes to Embiid. And here's Thompson for 3. Oh, and Clay makes that 3 look so easy.
Uh-oh. Look, we've seen Thompson fill it up in a hurry before. Scoring comes, let's just say, easy to him.
George for three. Not going to go that time. And so it's Atlanta earning this break in the action, up 10. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. Back to the game after this break. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. And you know, Klay Thompson has been really making it happen, guys.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Atlanta leading by 10. And Atlanta looking at who they've got. Wembanyama out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Klay Thompson. And it's Iverson in at the point. And Mobley has got the ball here for the Dallas Mavericks. Brunson passes to George. Sinks it from distance. George has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Iverson. He's scoreless. Pass to Thompson from downtown. Paul George pulls it in. And here's Brunson. To the paint. Oh, stolen by Embiid. Oh, Thompson from deep three-point land. And Atlanta misses again. Mavericks trail by 7. Outside Brunson. Shoots over Thompson. And there's Brunson. That one's good. On the assist by George. Brunson's gotten his second bucket of the game. Thompson against Brunson. Iverson. And the three off target. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. George outside. Gets the three ball to go. George has got 6 here in the quarter.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Things are firing on all cylinders for them right now. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Embiid can't hit. And Dallas with possession. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Pass to George for the lead. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 4 assists in the game.
Gets the ball and takes the shot. It's that easy for Paul George.
And it'll be Atlanta with their first time out of the game here. .144 left in the third. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Embiid finds Wembanyama. Back to Embiid. Embiid just brushing off the contact inside.
So much strength from Embiid. It would take a special defender to slow him down.
Here's Iverson. Still no points. Eaton passes to Thompson. Drills it from deep. And now it's a 4-point Hawks lead.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Nice shot by George.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Here's Wembanyama. And the rebound goes to Dallas. O'Neal's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Gilmore. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 1. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Iverson passes to Thompson. Embiid, a screen on Brunson. Thompson with it, and it's Brunson picking him up. Shots blocked. To the middle. Uses the glass to finish the layup. O'Neal's got 6 points.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Fires away from way outside. Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Mavericks. And that quarter was all about him, leading. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. We've got Mobley. Jalen Brunson is out there with Paul George. And it's Gilmore in at power forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Pass to George. The 3 is up. Thompson pulls it in.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Dallas leading by 3. And here's Brunson. Gilmore passes to Mobley. They get it back. Here's O'Neal. The shot, no good. And here are the Hawks now. Now Thompson. Pass to Iverson. Thompson with a screen. From deep. Pass from downtown.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Now George. Brunson, a screen on Wembanyama.
Hawks foul. Allen Iverson. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Gilmore. Now Mobley. Just 5 on the clock. Brunson fires!
And just look at the effort from Thompson on defense. Still an underrated part of his game.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. The Hawks call timeout. From the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Hawks head coach had some advice for the team over the last break. He isn't liking what he's seeing out there on the perimeter, saying to his guys, defensively, we're too lax, and they're getting any 3 they want. And offensively, the ball movement, it isn't crisp, which is why we're not getting many opportunities from outside. I want to see improvement on both ends.
Okay, thank you, Allie. George drives in. Ooh, he leaves no question.
When we talk about wings in the NBA, George is as good as anyone passing the rock.
Thompson scanning the floor. This is the 3.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
Brunson against Thompson. Now here's O'Neal. Right side, Brunson. Wembanyama rips down the board. Hawks trail by 4. It's tipped. Banks it home. Big shot.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Second team foul. At the line for Dallas, Shaquille O'Neal taking 2 shots.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's off as well, so he misses both. Here's Atlanta now. And he slams it down.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Brunson looks it over.
Nice aggressive defense from Thompson, getting all over the shot and knocking it away.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Here's George. 5 to shoot. Now Brunson. Outside Mobley. George! He's off from 3.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Here's Iverson. And he drives in. So the first one drops, and that gives them a lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Not easy to keep your focus when there's so much riding on those free throws, but that was excellent work in the clutch.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. What's the best strategy for him?
A chance to tie it up here.
And you also have to wonder if they'll try for a 3. But they'll probably try for a 2, but if something opens up outside, I doubt that they will hesitate to take it.
Thompson against Brunson. It's intercepted. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
We call that putting the game on ice. This one, oh yeah, that's over.
And so it's Atlanta who scrapes by with a win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And B.A., the visiting team is always under some added pressure. But they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
And that about wraps it up.
the Spurs start out with the ball. Look at the 76ers starting group. Antetokounmpo out there with Chamberlain. Then there's Nowitzki. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Jokic in at the 5. Now here's Curry. Chamberlain with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Pass to Jokic. Now here's Nowitzki. 5 to shoot. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And that's just too easy. The size, strength, length. No way to stop Chamberlain once he gets the ball in that close.
Now here's Curry. Outside for Davis. Pass to Parrish. Lots of room. Rebound by the 76ers. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's Jokic. Here's Chamberlain. Over Davis. And he can't bank that one in. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach for the Spurs. I asked him the obvious. Is there anything you can do to slow down Jokic? He was surprisingly candid with his plan, and he said they want to force him to switch out onto the perimeter shooters, hoping that he expends a lot of energy to create favorable mismatches. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Allie. Philadelphia with the ball. Pass to Jokic. To the middle. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Kidd passes to Mutombo. Now Curry. Three-pointer. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Outside, Davis. Pass to Parrish. Spurs passing it around. Clock at 6. Mutombo is screen on Jokic. Yep, that one goes in there.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Jokic, good, and the assist goes to Town.
And if Jokic has the position inside, forget it.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for San Antonio. 4-point game. Pass to Kidd. Back to Curry. Let's go. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
Here's Giannis. And here's Jokic outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Jokic has got 5.
And he is brimming with confidence. Jokic just doesn't question his decision.
Mutombo kicks to Curry. Gets an open look and hits.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Towns. Still yet to score. And Jokic gets it to go.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Here's Kidd. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Davis against Towns. Inside, here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
When you can shoot over the top of people and hit a high percentage from out there, you are in rare company.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. 76ers lead by 6. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the 76ers.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
And they've also done a really good job scoring off turnovers. Not just pressuring the ball, but cashing those in scoring opportunities.
We've got Mutombo. Stephen Curry's out there with Jason Kidd. Then it's Parrish, and it's Davis at the 3, the small forward. That's the San Antonio 5. Curry against Antetokounmpo. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Wilt, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
Towns, the pass to Jokic. And here is Nowitzki. And Antetokounmpo inside. Curry meets him. And Chamberlain with the stop.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. So are dynasties a thing of the past? Well, Commissioner Adam Silver said, I'm fine with dynasties and I'm fine with new teams emerging every year. What the fans want to see is great competition. As long as teams are emerging through great management, let the results happen however they play out. Back to you, Kevin.
You just want a fair fight. Okay, thank you, Allie. Davis, the pass to Mutombo. The jump hook, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Mutombo's got his first points in this one. Giannis outside. Towns sets the pick for Antetokounmpo. Back to Towns. There's the triple. They grab their own miss. 2 points. That one goes. Chamberlain got the lead up to 11 now for the 76ers.
But here's the problem. No one's got the strength to move Wilt off his spot, and no one has the height to challenge the shot at its point of release.
Davis, the pass to Curry. Davis with it. Now guarded by Towns. 3 on the clock. Rejected by Nowitzki.
The ball goes to Philadelphia.
The 76ers leading by 11. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Back to Jokic. 6 to shoot. Dikembe Mutombo grabs the rebound. On its way from Curry for 2. And a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Kidd passes to Davis. Outside Curry. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Here's Mutombo, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Philadelphia leading by 9. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Towns finds Jokic. Nowitzki up top. Over Kidd. The rebound by the Spurs.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
You're going to have to be very patient right here. Let's see how it plays out.
Here's Curry with the three. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We're seeing a tremendous game from Wilt Chamberlain.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Well, it's demoralizing for the opponent. Those second chance opportunities really energize your team.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Nowitzki is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Chamberlain, and it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Towns in at the shooting guard position. Nowitzki, no good. Spurs trail by 9. Outside Curry. Back to Kidd. Pass to Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets the three fly. The three ball from Curry.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Jokic passes to Nowitzki. And to Antetokounmpo inside. Defended by Parrish.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Pass to Kidd. Outside, Davis. Mutombo dishes to Davis. Curry with it. Picked up by Nowitzki. And it's sent back by Nowitzki. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And it's Jokic missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Kidd. Back to Curry. And shot on the way. And that one, good. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you can see Kidd's ability to pass truly is a gift. When one of his teammates is open, he is quick to get them the ball in rhythm.
Nowitzki, the pass to Jokic. The kick out to Towns. The 76ers with another miss.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Pass to Kidd. Offline with his three. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Towns dishes to Nowitzki. Now Giannis, guarded by Curry. Giannis just too much inside.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
Outside for Davis. Pass to Curry from downtown. Offensive rebound. Fires for three. That one misses.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Jokic with it. 7 points in the game. Jokic with the screen on Mutombo. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Robert Parrish picks one up there.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing that near 7-foot frame.
At the line for one.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Curry against Jokic. Pass to Towns. Now Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. Jokic draws the double. Jokic doing the job inside.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Here's Mutombo, and it's Dikembe with the jam.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. 76ers on top. They're up by 9. And will return shortly. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Spurs trail by 9. Parrish is out there with Mutombo. Then it's Curry. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Kidd in at the point guard position. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Here's Davis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that.
Oh, and the pump had the D jumping on that one. Davis just too good.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Philadelphia.
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
And they are racking up the assist totals because they're moving the ball selflessly. You're seeing great chemistry out there.
And one of the best big men in the game, Davis, continuing to prove how dominant he is.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them. The 76ers leading by 7. Towns, the bounce pass. And here's Antetokounmpo outside. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 4 assists in the game. Here's San Antonio. And here is Curry. Beyond the arc. Look at Curry with the answer.
And you got the feeling that was coming. Curry loves coming back with a 3 of his own.
Towns, the pass to Jokic. Now, here is Chamberlain. They double-team Nowitzki. 5 on the clock. And it's sent back by Mutombo.
And the ferocity on display defensively here from Mutombo. Just an incredible shot blocker.
A second on the clock. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Spurs trail by 7. Stephen Curry.
Spurs foul. Dikembe Mutombo. First personal foul.
Here's Philadelphia. They've led by as many as 11 points. Outside Jokic. Towns sets the pick for Jokic. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Curry against Giannis. The inside game of Stephen Curry.
And how about when Curry gets fancy with it? His confidence is what allows him to pull off these moves.
Jokic with his screen on Davis. Off target from outside. And so Curry will bring it up for San Antonio. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Ah, it's good!
And with a limitless jump shot, the elusive ball handling skills, Curry can get a bucket pretty much whenever he wants.
And it's good!
Huge. Anthony Towns.
Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
Davis with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Curry, the 3 doesn't go.
Well, let's make no mistake about it. If you want to cut into this lead, you're going to have to generate much better shots than that.
Now Antetokounmpo. Here's Towns. Shot clock at 6. Here's Antetokounmpo. Nowitzki fires. Trained from outside.
And few big men can shoot it like Nowitzki.
Giannis against Curry. Rebounded by Towns.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Giannis' screen on Kidd. And Jason Kidd picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Jokic. Tipped away. Curry with the steal. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Good! And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Anthony Davis. Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the 76ers, Anthony Towns. Taking 2 shots.
It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Yeah, I think it's time to wave the white flag.
So Philadelphia wins it. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan.
And the Magic start out with the ball. A look at the opening lineup for the Orlando Magic. And it's Arenas in at the point. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Banked it in off the glass.
Boy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's length really makes him a threat on the offensive glass.
Holmgren outside. Pass to Tatum. The 11-footer. And Cooper pulls it down.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar, guarded by Howard. Here's Cooper. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
He will not be happy with himself. Got a good look from mid-range there.
Nash passes to Tatum. Jacks up a three. That one no good. Cooper passes to Mourning. Here's Arenas. Lets it go from deep. Can't get it to go. Making him 0 for 2. Pass to Nash. Holmgren outside. Now here's Durant. The three is up. And he knocks the jumper down.
This is what puts KD in elite company. He's so good at catch and shoot.
Abdul-Jabbar passes to Cooper. A shot from the high post. Yes, it's good.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Nash. Pass to Durant. Here's Nash. 5 on the clock. Yep, count it.
And the quickness of the release, very impressive from Nash, especially when he gets inside.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Arenas. Here's the three. Tatum pulls it in. And it's the Heat with the ball. Here's Nash. Durant inside. Buries it down low. Durant's gotten his second bucket.
This is where KD dips into his bag and comes out smelling good.
Arenas passes to Cooper. Wing shot on the way. And all around the rim that time before dropping.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
And the big finish by Holmgren.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. It's his first trip to the line.
First team foul. Shooting for Orlando, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 2.
And he makes a first.
A towering presence on both ends. Abdul-Jabbar is also known for his unblockable and most unique sky hook. Such an impactful, unique big man, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And that's good as he hits both shots. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And he's going for the oop here. Here's Arenas. Pass to Cooper. Fires the three. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Outside Durant. Shot from the wing. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. First quarter wrapping up here, and it's a tie game. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. Let's quickly break down what we've seen from the Heat.
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the court for the Magic, and it's Abdul-Jabbar in at the center position. Here's Nash, 20 feet out, and it's in there.
Accurate with his jump shot. This team probably wants Nash to shoot more. Be a little selfish with that pumpkin.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Got the better of the defense that time. Easy trip to the rim.
Holmgren outside. Now Tatum. Fader on the way. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Tatum's got his first basket.
I like the quality of shots Tatum takes. I mean, concentrates on taking good shots within his range.
Here's Mourning. He's covered by Holmgren. Deflects the pass. Here's Nash. Pass to Holmgren. Outside Tatum. Off the mark there with a 3.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Cooper, guarded by Durant. And there's a pick. Lets it go. Cooper's shot is off. And it's Tatum with the ball for Miami. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Here's Arenas, guarded by Howard. Arenas passes to Mourning. Here's Abdul-Jabbar, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Nice job getting position that time by Abdul-Jabbar. And once he gets that position, he goes to work.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. A minute 53 left in the half. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Chet Holmgren talked about how he succeeds in spite of his slender frame. He said, you can't be afraid of contact. I'll continue to use my strengths out there, my length, being slippery, playing hard, and try to get better at my weaknesses, too, throughout my career. That will leave me in a good spot. Back to you, Ryan.
The sky is the limit for him. All right, Allie, thank you. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. The Heat making their last shot. Pass to Cooper. Over Durant. Rebound Miami. We've got 1:08 left to play in the second quarter. Holmgren finds Tatum. Fires it. Rebounded by Mourning. Orlando trailing here. Here's Arenas. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Kirilenko. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Arenas, and it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Oh, there's the alley! And it's Howard finishing it off.
Great reach that time by Howard. He went way upstairs to throw that one down. Can pretty much get any pass that's around the goal.
Abdul-Jabbar passes to Kirilenko. Orlando moving the ball around.
And Abdul-Jabbar makes alley-oops look easy, effortless. Throw it his way, and he uses that long reach and nice bounce to slam it home.
Takes a step back. Left side Durant. Oh, Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Heat up by 2. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. The Heat with the lead. They've got Holmgren. He's out there with Jason Tatum. Kevin Durant is out there with Dwight Howard. And it's Nash in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now here's Durant. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Boy, that's a tough take there by Durant. He gets off the shot, his finesse coming into play there, and he's able to draw the foul as a result.
Free throw is good from Durant.
I don't think you could design a better scorer than Durant. I mean, range from deep, the touch at the rim, excellent handles, 7 feet tall. He does everything you want from your first option.
And both free throws good for Durant.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Magic trail by 4. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Cooper. Here's Mourning. 4 on the clock. Arenas off target from three-point range. Arenas is gone just 1 of 5 from the floor. Here's Nash. Back to Durant. Durant draws the double. On the wing, Tatum. It's Tatum working inside.
Tell you what, Tatum using his length for positioning inside, able to operate well in the paint.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Arenas setting up teammates. What a great pass.
And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Here's Durant. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, you're scratching your head with how do you defend a guy like Durant. I mean, his length, his speed, ball handling, all allow him to draw fouls easily.
Free throw is good from Durant. And both free throws good for Durant.
It can help a big man's game to hit those free throws. It keeps the defense from getting too aggressive.
Arenas passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Kirilenko. Pass to Mourning. Here's Arenas. Pure from three-point range. Arenas has got 5.
Hey, there's one thing we know about Gilbert Arenas now. There's not a shot that he won't take. He'll let it fly from anywhere.
And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scale.
And here's a timeout from Erik Spoelstra now. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. A minute 53 left in the third. Holmgren outside.
Orlando foul. Michael Cooper. First personal foul. Third team foul.
Outside Tatum to the inside.
Active hands prevented an easy bucket that time.
Here's Arenas, and he drops it in from the low post. Arenas has got 7.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Here's Nash. Howard, the screen. Lets it fly from 18. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points. And the Heat lead by 1. Arenas passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Poke loose. Tatum with a steal. 46 seconds left in the third. Pass to Nash. Miami moving it around. Tatum looking it over. 6 to shoot. Holmgren right side. And it's good. 2 points. And now a 3-point Miami lead.
Yeah, it's certainly room for growth from Holmgren in the mid-range. But good to see him taking the shot rather than passing on it.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Arenas' shot is off.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him. Most any coach loves points coming off assists.
Shot to stop the run. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's the Miami Heat leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the court for the Magic. And it's Kirilenko in at the small forward position. Here's Abdul-Jabbar, guarded by Howard. Oh, rejected by Howard.
Get that weak stuff out of here around Howard. Return to sender is what he stamped that one with.
6 on the shot clock. From the wing, It's wide right, hits off the rim. Heat leading by 6. Durant, pass to Nash. And he lobs it up, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time. You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Pass to Cooper. There's the screen, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Here's Nash. Tatum with it.
And Tatum does a little bit of everything, and he's especially skilled down low. Fantastic at drawing the defense into him and playing off the contact while he's going up for a shot.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Miami.
I've been impressed with how assertive they've been offensively, getting the ball into the low post and powering through the defense.
They brought the hard hats and the lunch pails with them, too. Done some great work down inside.
And that one falls for Tatum.
A young man who has an appetite for greatness, always pushing himself, is Jason Tatum.
So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. Here's Mourning. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Here's Kirilenko. Using the glass to lay it in. Miami leading by 7. Here's Nash. Outside Tatum. From downtown. Tatum drills the 3.
Well, I like how Tatum had his hands up and ready to go on that catch and shoot. Well done. One of his specialties on display there. A nifty lead pass.
So it's Miami now. There's a minute 54 left to play in the fourth quarter. Outside Durant. For 3. Oh, it's off target. Magic trail by 8. Here's Arenas. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Durant inside. Oh, it doesn't go. Orlando with the ball. Here's Cooper. Here's the pick. Intercepted. On the wing, Tatum. Now Durant. With a crossover.
Magic foul. Alonzo Mourning. Second personal foul. Second team foul. Now the line.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. Timeout, Magic.
everybody. Let's get wild.
.52 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Mourning. Takes a three. The triple drop.
Yeah, you know, Cooper is consistent as a three-point shooter, doing a nice job finding space to shoot from here.
Here he goes. And they go to the intentional foul.
Third team foul. Now at the line, Julian White.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he's able to hit the second one, and that increases the lead to 6. This is what it's come down to.
Yes, indeed. A monster possession.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Count it!
He's just so hard to check. He can turn you one way, then use the spin move to make you look sad.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Stellar work at the charity stripe, trying to build out this lead.
Orlando calls timeout. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
Tatum with a steal, and that's an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. And it's an 8-point ball game. Here's Arenas. So Miami takes the win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Kevin Durant.
And it's San Antonio to start out. And the starting group for the Spurs. They've got LeBron James. Bird out there with Duncan. Then it's Olajuwon. And it's Kobe in at the 2. Holmgren with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Howard. Olajuwon with the block.
Without a doubt, one of the most versatile shot blockers in the game. Olajuwon does it in the painted area as well as along the perimeter.
Now here's LeBron. Shoots the 3. The rebound by KD. And KD's got the ball here for the Heat. Pass to Nash. Back to Durant. And stolen by James. About a minute played so far here in the first. And Duncan gets double teamed. Nash with the block. And they'll keep possession. James, no good. Here's Miami now. Holmgren outside. Pass to KD. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
Now here's LeBron. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Steve Nash. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Olajuwon passes to Duncan. Spurs passing it around. Shot clock at 5. To the paint. Here's Bird. Uses the glass that time, and it's good.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Pass to Howard. Now here's Tatum. Over Bird. Tatum no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Bryant. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Nice set there, making it easy for Bryant. He had that lined up all the way.
Outside Tatum for the 3. San Antonio with the rebound. LeBron outside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Miami trailing. And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
Please give a big round of applause for your dance team.
Pass to Nash. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. KD against James. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And so James will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Duncan kicks to LeBron. And it's Miami with the rebound. Durant the pass to Nash. It's stolen by Olajuwon. In the corner, it's James. Releases. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
As if the league didn't have enough to worry about with LeBron. He's just become a better and better jump shooter.
Nash with it. Tatum deciding where to go with it. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Spurs lead by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
You can see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
So with Bosh on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. They've got Holmgren. Durant is out there with Nash. Then it's Tatum, and it's Howard in at the 5 down low. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense. And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
Pass to Bryant. He takes it in. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist. Bird's got 3 assists now in this one. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Outside Tatum. Back to Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Yeah, and it only takes a little effort on behalf of Howard to rise up for the flush, using that size and strength to jam it down.
Now here's Olajuwon. Nothing on the board. Bird high post. And it's sent back by Howard. Tatum dishes to Nash. Holmgren outside. Outside Tatum. Clock at 6. Back to Holmgren. Near the three-point line, it's Nash. And that's collected by Bird. San Antonio leading by 4. LeBron passes to Duncan. Here's Bryant. And it's sent back by Howard.
Yeah, and shooters have to be cautious with Howard around. He has such a long reach that he easily blocks those kinds of shots.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you. Chet Holmgren checked some boxes. He said if you can play defense and shoot the ball, you can pretty much play on any court, anywhere.
Oh, LeBron does it again.
He's such an incredible defender. Duncan, so clever, and coming up there with the steal to ignite the break.
Holmgren with the bounce pass. Durant wide open. He fires. And again, it's the Heat missing. Bird against Nash. Pass to Duncan. Over Holmgren. Duncan with the bucket. And it's an 8-point Spurs lead.
And Duncan just superb when he gets in close to the basket. Has a number of moves to choose from, and that soft, delicate touch near the rim.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
19 seconds left now here in the second. Durant feeling it out a bit. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's San Antonio going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back to the action in just a minute. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Kobe Bryant really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
The Heat trail by 10. On the court right now for the Spurs. Bird is out there with Duncan. And it's LeBron James. Then it's Bryant. And it's Olajuwon in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Kobe can't hit.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Nash, the pass to Holmgren. Pass to KD. Just 5 to shoot. The 3. Larry Bird grabs the miss.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Bryant, that's a 2-pointer. And it's good off the back rim and in. Kobe's got the lead up to 12 now for San Antonio. Outside Tatum. The baseline J. And that one, good.
Just leaning in. No one there to step in front of him.
Tatum against LeBron. Olajuwon. And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
I mean, I hope you can appreciate the torque that kind of move generates. He just has that natural explosiveness. The dream is something to behold.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Bobbed up there for Howard. Durant kicks it over to Nash. Pass to Tatum. Launches it. Tatum drills it from distance.
And Tatum takes a lot of threes. And you see why, given he has this kind of accuracy.
Olajuwon passes to Bird.
Offensive team out of ball. Keep ball.
The Heat trail by 9. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Holmgren outside. KD against James. Here's Durant. No good that time. Good D by LeBron. Spurs leading by 9. Pass to Olajuwon. Tatum against Bird. Now here's Kobe. He's guarded closely. 4 on the shot clock.
The motor of Bryant never stops, even inside where he goes right at the deep.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting for San Antonio, Kobe Bryant. 2.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Bryant.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Holmgren outside. And here's Tatum for 3. And the Heat, another 3.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Outside, Olajuwon. Here's Bird. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. The Heat trail by 8. Outside, Tatum. Off target with his 3. And so Bird will bring it up for San Antonio. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. No good from LeBron. And it's the Heat with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Holmgren finds Tatum. Fires the 3. Tatum with another miss. Spurs leading by 8. Bryant looking around. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's San Antonio in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We come back right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. So with Wade on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Chet Holmgren out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Durant. Then it's Nash. And it's Howard in at the 5 spot. Here's Bird. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. And the Spurs lead by 10.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Here's Durant. Durant gets it done inside.
Anytime KD gets that look, it's a great possession for this team.
Timeout Spurs.
With the timeout. You know what time it is, you fans. Make some noise for your Heat Breaker Dance Crew.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I was able to hear the Spurs coach going over their plan during the break, and he encouraged them to stay focused and not get complacent, saying we've worked too hard to get this lead and we're not going to give it up now. Stay connected, play smart, let's get this win. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks. Duncan outside. Now James. Now Duncan. Got it! Duncan down low.
And this is who James is, a guy who's always looking to pass it and involve his teammates.
Tatum outside. Takes the three. That's off.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Durant with the rebound. The Heat trail by 7. Tatum outside. From outside. Can't get it.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
James with it.
Oh, that was some power on that dunk.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
James. And the layup is off. And so here is Miami. They trail by 7. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And here's James. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Here's Duncan. Olajuwon. Now James. Rebounded by Tatum.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts.
You love the confidence Durant has in that jump shot. Doesn't let the foul stop him from taking the shot.
He hits the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. And KD drops them both.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
And an intentional foul right there.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And they double up James. And they go to the intentional foul.
Chet Holmgren. First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for San Antonio. Tim Duncan. 2.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
And the Heat call time here. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
They got to get straight to the hoop, then a foul immediately.
Jams it in.
And you know Howard wants that responsibility offensively, and that time he comes through for his team.
And so they foul intentionally.
Kevin Durant. First personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for San Antonio. Kobe Bryant. 2.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over. It's good. What a big-time bucket. Tatum stepping up as a leader and coming through for his team.
Team foul number 4. At the line for the Spurs, Kobe Bryant. 2.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. Outside Durant. Jacks up a 3. Can't get it to go. And so it's San Antonio with the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that about wraps it up. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. So long, everyone.